Hello everyone, and welcome to a premiere draft of Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths. Um, this is the free draft offered by WotC, and I'm not going to play any more than this. And this is also the last day of this draft being available. There have been some reports of people having some difficulties in limited because of the recent patch. There was some kind of bugs. For example, people have cards in their deck that wasn't supposed to be there and things like that. So let's see how this goes. Anyway, I don't want to draft a cycling deck, but hopefully, gladly this pack doesn't have anything that great for the cycling deck, because I just hate the archetype. I know it often can be the best. I mean, it is the best archetype in the format, but it's just so obnoxious that I'm glad I don't have to go for that. Not really sure. Sorry, I didn't hover over the cards here. Guess I can take the Pogo Parrot. It's not the great. This pack actually is quite weak. I don't think anything is particularly exciting here, so I'll take the Pogo Parrot. Yeah, the Triumph is not really, I don't think it's that great of a first pick. It allows to splash, but I mean, so Evolving Wilds allows maybe even better when you don't know your colors. Alright, so someone took a rare from this pack. Flame Spill, probably going to be that. After picking a red card, there's the green removal. Interestingly, it's enough to have a creature card in your hand to have this deal some damage, because normally green removal spells want to have a creature card on the battlefield. Anyway, I would like to have the Essence Symbiote, especially when I did take the Pogo Parrot. But then again, this format is not that great for allied color combinations. There are a lot of these. I think there are 3 uncommons per enemy color pair. These gold uncommons. There's none for allied colors, so red-green isn't necessarily the best archetype to be in. But anyway, I'll take the Flame Spill here. So the Pogo Parrot says that when this is on a mutated creature, in a mutate stack, basically, this creature deals. Yeah, you can just deal some amount of damage by just tapping the creature if you have a mutate stack with 2 mutated creatures. So a stack of 3 creatures. That's gonna deal 2 damage per tap, and that's pretty good. Alright, anyway, here, what's this? Okay, there's another Primal Empathy. It is an interesting card, but maybe I'm not taking it after all these red cards here. I don't really know. Helica Collider it's an okay card. SS Scatter is another thing I'm thinking about, but I guess I'll take the white card here. I don't know. I have of course played enough Ikoria a year ago, no, more than a year ago, when it was the active set, to complete the sets, but I don't really recall anything else than that the cycling deck was pretty annoying there. Okay, the Godzilla is a 9 mana 11/11 trample. It has a nice cycling ability though, so this is interesting card. I like to play in green decks, because sometimes you go to 9 mana and you get this massive creature, and then other times you just cycle it and that's all fine. Anyway, what is the... I kind of went red-white, but there's also of one mind. Nice card draw spell, actually. And I just passed a Essence Scatter, which is good in limited, actually. But unlike counter spells in general, which are not that exciting. But I guess I'll take this. This can be a draw 2 for 1 mana. The Boot Nipper is also nice, and I guess I could have taken the green card. I don't really know yet what I'm gonna draft here. It seems like the red has somewhat died here. The Reptilian Reflection is nice card if you are into the cycling stuff, which I'm not. Alright, here there's a decision between SS Scatter and Helica Collider. The Cavern Whisperer is also a nice mutate card. But am I going to pick a black card now? I do like the choice between Evasion and a decent blocker, because first strike on a blocker to power blocker is pretty decent. I actually want to be rather maybe white-red than blue something, or blue-red. I hope to be at least red, because I have 2 decent red cards, but well, there's still some red coming. I'm just not getting a ton of that good red cards. Garrison Cat, I suppose it is a mutate target. The human token, of course, is not, because mutate has to be targeting a non-human. Now there's this Cheron, but it's not that good. It is a nice way to make a great mutate stack. You know, it gets when you give hexproof, but there's also the Bootnipper still here. Death Touch or Lifelink on a 2-mana 2-1. It's actually pretty good set of options, but I don't really know. Maybe I'll take the Forbidden Friendship. It's kind of, yeah, it is 2 1-1s for 2. Right, let's take it. I try to see if I can get some kind of red-white deck here. I'm not sure. This deck doesn't actually look so amazing. I got the Flame Spill, which is the best card. But in addition to that, nothing too amazing. So, what's this? Put the first strike. Okay, this one is interesting. Yeah, this is alright, but not the best of the mutate creatures. So I think the Rumbler is the one I want to have. It's pretty aggressive. It attacks as a 3/3 first striker and then it starts attacking as a double striker. And a 4-mana 3/3 is not the worst stat line, especially with. I mean, it is not that good as a vanilla creature, but when you have some way to, I mean, some good abilities on it, it doesn't really need a lot. And I think this is good enough. Alright, so friendship number 2. I don't think I want to take humans, although I have only one mutate card so far. But, well, a 3-mana 3/2 is not exactly exciting. Let's take the friendship here. Ram True is pretty good, so I could have gone green here. Haven't got any white really. Well, I have been past some white, but I just have, you know, not picked them. But yeah, I could still, I mean, was there an option to pick a Ram Through from that pack? Well, there was, but should I have taken it? I'm not sure. This is complete filler. Heightened Reflexes. It's not a bad one. Sure, let's take it. I'm at least red here. There's a Rugged Highlands, so if I would be... Well, there's no white card here. I don't think I'd take these things. Springjaw Trap is not the worst card of this kind. It also is any target, and so this can deal 3 damage to the opposing player. I don't know. This is good if I want to go red-green here, but I don't know if I want to take the allied color pair. I don't know. I'll take the trap. It is actually one of the better of these artifact removal spells that we have gotten for limited. Shredded Sails, Survivor's Bond, nah, whatever. Let's take this, but unlikely to play it. Vigilance Cycling, another friendship thing. Okay. Well, I don't care about the 6-mana 3/6. Let's take the friendship and let's try to... I don't know, how do I... No, this is somewhat of a go white deck currently. So how do I benefit from going white here? Magistrate, not that great. Yeah, not really. Keensight Mentor, 3-mana. Yeah, this is probably the worst of the mental cycle, but it's still okay. I mean, it will keep you counters continuously. Now this pack has something good too. I mean, something else good too. Yeah, this is also a nice trick. When you get to block, you actually get to grow a guy. It's not a bad. I mean, it is one of the better tricks. And then there's Divine Arrow, fine. I mean, it is not maybe a bit over. I mean, better than fine. There's a pacifism, which I'm actually thinking. This is a really in this format. There's not that many ways to punish pacified creatures. I think I'll take the pacifism here, but there were a bunch of good white options for me. Myth of Snapdax. That is not really good. No, I mean, if you get the 3-color cast, yeah, it's definitely reasonable then, but not in a deck that cannot, for example, have the black or red mana. Okay, another Flame Spill, that's gonna be the peak here. Okay, the Vulpikid with all the Forbidden Friendships is actually, I think, pretty good. I was kind of hoping to get these in pack 1, I didn't, and now I'm not going to pass a Flame Spill. So let's just take it now, and hopefully get those Vulpikids. Alright, and this pack is weak, for me at least. Okay, Pyroceratops, whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Alright, well, I suppose I have 9 non-creatures thanks to the Forbidden Friendships here. Another one is the Savai Crystal, but these are not really that good, these 3-mana mana rocks. If I was splashing black, yeah, then that would be a little bit different, but I think I'll take the 4-drop. I don't actually have that many 4-drops. Ponderous Enclave. Now, bad thing about it is that it is a colorless mana producer, and another thing is that my deck won't have a lot of 4-power creatures, so I don't think I'm going to take that. The Exuberant Wolf Bear is really decent, but I mean I still have only 3 white cards. There's not a Godzilla here. Right, I don't actually know what I'm going to take. I could take just 20 gems if I have decided I will not go green here. And this is not, I mean, I don't have enough mutate to make this a playable card, so I'll take 20 gems here because I kind of want to just stay red and white here. Well, okay, I can take a 3rd Flame Spill. There's another Mammoth Rumbler too. Anyway, this Flame Spill is pretty decent card, so let's just take it. I mean, why would I take anything else? The excess damage, that can also be relevant. You can deal 3 damage to the opponent, for instance, if you target a 1 toughness creature with it. Now, white is definitely cut from this direction as well. I wouldn't mind a Cloud Piercer, but the Sanctuary Smasher is really decent here. Both the cycling ability, I mean the triggered ability related to the cycling, and you know, 6-power first strike creature is a huge problem for the opponent. Basically they need to have a removal for this thing. So I'll take this over there, Cloud whatever thing was it. Alright, so here I guess I'll take the Marshal. 3, 3 and 1, 1 for 4 mana. Yeah, okay. And Adaptive Shimmerer, so this is, well, it's a mutate target, but I don't really have, how many mutate cards I have? 1, do I? It's a Poku Parrot, I think. I'll still take it, it's really not good, but I will put to the sideboard. But if I somehow find a lot of mutate cards, yeah, why not? Alright, do I want to have a Light of Hope in this? It's a premier draft, so there's not going to be any sideboarding. Do I want to have enchantment removal that can give me the counter if I need it? I think I'd just rather have another Ceratops thing here. And, well, from here I'll take I could still take the Barons if I find some Black Splash, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's take another of these things, and, well, there's just whatever. So yes, definitely I shouldn't have been white here, but I guess, I don't know, I was maybe stubborn a bit. I could have gone green, perhaps there somehow. In pack 1 I got some late green cards, so maybe I should have done that. Okay, I don't think I need a trap here. I'll take well, I can take it still, but I don't think I'm going to put it to the deck because I have 3 flame spills already. Keep safe or whatever. Let's take the 1/6. Alright, so one more pack. There's a so yeah, I don't actually like that it uses these Godzilla versions. So the Ebequill Phoenix is the card's name. I would want to see the art, but I can't change it in this screen. Anyway, this is the peak here. This is a pretty good card. It's a 4, if nothing else, it's a 4 mana 4/4 flyer. And then of course you can mutate this 4/4 mana on something else, and then you get this feather token that can, you know, return this Phoenix. So it's obviously a pick here. Not really a lot of things to consider there differently. I know a bunch of 4-drops here, but I guess that's because I took all the Pyroceratops. I actually would need more 2-drops, and well, I have 2 options. Although there's the Frill Scare Mentor too. The Menace counter is really good. This is probably not, so this counts instant and sorcery cards in my graveyard. Well, actually I will have a bunch of them too, but I still think the Mentor is what I'm looking for here. I have actually 3 2-drop options. Go for Blood isn't that bad either, but I think the Mentor is just too good to ignore. But the Menace is really decent. Unpredictable Cyclone, yeah, no. That is a lot of text. You can pause it if you want to really read it, but it's at least not for this deck, so I'm not taking that. I think I need these 2-drops, but I don't want to have human 2-drops. I still want to have the options to mutate, and the Helica Glider I still like it, but I don't like the mana curve here at all. I have these Forbidden Friendships though, so that is they are 2 mana, turn 2 plays here. But I take the Helica Glider here now, and hopefully I still get some for 2 mana Yet I don't. Well, Light of Hope. I don't think I will have room for that card, really. I take the Serpent. Maybe I want to have the 6/6. Sorry, the 5/5 Haster, or, just cycle it away. Patagia Tiger isn't that bad, but it's target human. Yeah, that's not good for my deck. I have like some amount of humans, 2 creature cards, and then Forbidden Friendship gives me a human too. What's the other one? The Mentor is one, and then the... don't actually know what the other one is. Okay, I think I still take it because there's nothing for me here. So I'll take it, but I don't think I necessarily want to play it. This Tigerilla is also a decent one. But I can't pick a 4-drop. Now I'll just take the healer here, because I need a 2-drop. And maybe if I have a few humans, the Patagia Tiger is going to be a little bit better. When you must, I want to cycle a card. I think I'll take the Tapper instead of the healer now. Yeah, let's take the Tapper. It's a human as well, but I can play a few humans. Now, I passed a few ways to splash for black. Dire Tactics would have been almost splash worthy, but I don't think I would have splashed for one black card still, especially when I have a bunch of removal in the deck already. So let's just take this. It's fine. I mean, it's an uncommon, but I won't be playing it. And the same thing here. There's nothing really for me here, so let's just take these. And I'm at 26 cards right now. I have of course a bunch of things to cut. I don't have a particularly strong suite of cards. I have no trouble finding cuts from this deck, but I don't think that... I sadly I saw some mutate cards, but I really just had something better to pick over them, and this is not going to be on a creature that has mutated more than once. I will still play it because the ping of 1 can be relevant, and I have these Forbidden Friendships that give me the dinosaur token that I can mutate, so it's gonna be still pretty okay. It's not a bad curve actually. Play this on turn 2, and then turn 3 you can mutate this thing, and it's gonna be a 3/4. Okay, actually I would prefer a Forbidden Friendship here, but let's take that 2-drop human. And I suppose that's enough reasons to run the Patagia Tiger. But the deck is not good. I have nice removal. I have one like a bomb. Well, is it a bomb? It's kind of a bomb. Yeah, 4-mana 4/4 flyer with the potentially getting it back. Yeah, it's maybe a bomb rare, not a greatest bomb of all times, but a strong card for sure. And then the other cards. Oh, well, I guess there's removal and now some kind of a mana curve, because I did find all these 2-mana spells, so I guess I can win a few games. But of course the good thing is now that the new season has only started. So new season has only started, so I'm not really like in any kind of rush to rank up or anything. And of course the draft event was free to enter because this is the free one. So I have no kind of I have nothing at stake currently here. The season will last for over 1 month. I will try to get to top 1200 in September too, but there's a lot of time to do that. Okay, so there's a Springjaw Trap. What did I say? Springjaw Trap, I was supposed to say. Which I'm not going to play because I have 1 and that's enough. The Simmerer is not... I mean, this would be not that bad if you had a lot of mutate. Because of course the 3 counters, are coming as a bonus to the mutate stack. It's a 0/0 creature, so you always choose the whatever is mutating over this. You choose that as the base stat line, and you get the counters for free. But it's not really a strong card by any stretch of imagination. But it's just the point that if you had a lot of mutate, this might be fine. But yeah, these cards in the sideboard won't be played. I have very few ways to actually draw cards from this, and I don't want to mess up my mana. I didn't even get the common lands that tap for my colors. The common enters tapped lands. So let's cut the lands for now and see what is the curve. I will cut first. First cut will be the shredded sails. I think I don't need to deal 4 damage to a flyer, because I have flame spills in here. The Squad Marshal, I would be cutting it, but I think with the Patacha Tiger, maybe not. The Rumbler is decent. I can maybe cut one of the Pyroceratops here. I have a lot of non-creatures. Well, actually 9 currently, so I'm gonna definitely cut one of them. And how about the heightened reflex? I actually like the heightened reflexes because it's a nice 1 mana trick that can help you win combat, like with just 1 mana, and it leaves the permanent first strike counter. That is a good upgrade on a creature. So I kind of feel like playing this card. Let's see the creature count. It is currently 16, but I have 3 Forbidden Friendships, which are also effectively creatures. So now it's more like a decision of, do I need the hasty guy here cycling? None of my cards care about cycling, but the 6 mana 5/5 haste isn't that bad, and this has the option, you can cycle it when you don't draw the 6th land. You're stuck at 4, you can just cycle this. But then again, if you are stuck at 4, it's pretty annoying to use 2 mana. So half of your mana to just cycle a card. So I think this is the least necessary card here. So I will cut it. And maybe now that's I kind of want to play these early drops just to have the early presence. So I will play all the healers, and the officer will be a tapper anyway. So it's a playable card on turn 2, but it's actually better later in the game. And the friendships are fine. I don't actually have any. Let's see. I guess I have 2 mutate cards. Yeah, only 2, sadly. So I actually should do this. Wait a minute. How do I? Yes, thank you. Everquill Phoenix. That's the card I have, not some Godzilla nonsense. So this one and the Pogu Parrot can mutate into these things. It's fine. And we still can trade with opposing 2 toughness creatures. I can throw both of them creatures in their way. But I will not play 16 lands, or shall I? Actually, I guess I could. I still have how many cards with cycling? At least 2. No, at least. It's 3. Oh, come on. Alright, yeah, this is 1. But these can be cycled for 1 if I'm stuck. But of course 16 lands means 8/8. I have more red cards, but a lot of my white cards are early drops, so I would be playing 8/8. Now that's an option actually. The deck doesn't really, well, it has to go to 4 mana. But after that, yeah, 9 non-creatures. I'm just thinking about, I could just cut one other of these Pyroceratops. Maybe that is the better idea. Or maybe I can cut one of these and should I still play the Lava Serpent here? 5/5 haste, it's not that bad for 6 mana when you have the option to get rid of it and change it into a card when you don't. Am I overvaluing this card? Because the thing is, you only need 1 counter to make it like worth the mana, and then you have the potential to make it even bigger and bigger. And I have 9 non-creatures currently in the deck, so I should be having like a couple of them still. I don't know though. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4-drops. Fine. I think I play the Marshals mostly because of the Patagia Tiger, so I will cut the final Pyroceratops, and I actually do like the Lava Serpent more. Yeah, this is the deck. This is the deck. Okay, yeah, that wasn't what I was supposed to do. Right, so yeah, let's see how it goes. I will add 9 mountains and 8 planes here, because I have this double caster. This is not a double caster when you mutate it, but there won't always be an opportunity to mutate it. So, yep, let's do it. Where's the Ikoria lands? Let's have some Ikoria. Here is 1. Is there more than that? Yep. This one. So 8 of these. And then, like this. 9 of these. Alright. This is also the first draft of the season here. So I finished in Mythic in last season, and I did get the top 1200 finish. In fact, I got top 1200 both in Constructed and Limited Ladder. I had some good win streaks in both. So I will start at Platinum Tier 4, bottom of Tier 4 here. I go first. I have a curve. These are expensive cards, but I can also cycle them. I think I will just play the trap here. The opponent will know about it, but it might be so that I'm gonna have trouble with the mana drops here, land drops here. So I don't wanna. I might want to use this on turn 4 when I get whatever is the turn when I get my 4th mana. Right. So sadly, my friendship doesn't do anything. So I think it's better to just cycle the serpent here to try to hit my land drops. Yeah, because this can just hold back the... I thought I'm gonna get... On the play, I'm gonna get at least 1 damage in because the other token has haste, but nope, they had 1 mana, 1/2 there. Do they have a 2-drop? Yes, they do. But that is something I can... because I have this 1/1, it's actually pretty fantastic to have a good blocker on those. So they chose Death Touch. Okay, no land still, but friendship, and I can attack with the hasty guy. And the other 1/1 can block the Boot Nipper. And yeah, I play 17 lands, so I have 15 in the deck. It's 50% to draw a land now. Yep, I can take that. So their 1-drop kind of blocks these nicely, but my 2-drop blocks their 2-drop very nicely, so I guess it's pretty even. Or maybe even slightly beneficial for me. Now this is a Death Toucher, it can trade with any of my creatures, but I don't have that many creatures, I mean big creatures, and then these will have first strike. This is potentially pretty annoying, but not a lot I can do about it. I drew a land, which is great, and I'm not going to use a tapper in anytime soon, and I can actually play this and attack for 3 in here, unless they really want to trade the Boot Nipper here. So this is actually pretty decent. Now this is not that big of a problem unless they start having some ways to make some tokens. I don't recall how easily you can make some tokens. I guess the weaponize the monster is pretty good with the Forbidden Friendship, for instance. So if they have that, it's actually going to represent two damage things. Okay, they had just cycled a discard card. So the checkpoint officer will be, trading to whatever creature they choose, because this will not survive from 2 damage. Okay, I'll take that. Do they play something now? Yeah, that has first strike, so my attacks won't be that great. And whenever they cycle a card, it gets +2/+0. Okay, I need one of my flame spells on this. I have 3 of them. Also, I have a pacifism. But now I think I'll just play a Rumbler here, because that has first strike when it attacks, which means that the Death Toucher can't block it, and if they have a way to cycle on my turn, they still trade. Oh, by the way, I had to Spring Jaw Trap. Why did I say trap? It's a trap. Spring Jaw Trap. That actually kills the Marmoset. Oh, they have that. So, that's a pretty nice combination. I just lose the game. Death Touch Pinger. Alright. Well, it also has 4 toughness, so the trap won't be able to kill it. Yep. That combination of cards is insane. So I need to draw the... I mean, they already get amazing amount of value by killing the Momentum Rumbler with it. They didn't even need to do that. Don't they understand that it has Death Touch? It kills any creature it pings. They don't understand it. Wow. I still need a kill spell, but I'm pretty happy they don't understand it. At least yet. Too bad I have no good attacks here. Now I would of course attack into the Pogo Parrot, but the Serrated Scorpion can just kill one of my creatures for free. Is it worth it? I mean, they take 3 damage and block one of these. I mean, they're gonna ping them 1 by 1 anyway, so let's do it. They are not gonna block with the Pogo Parrot. They do see the onboard trick with the Spring Jaw Trap. But they will eat one of them for free, which is annoying, but what can you do? I will play the Day Squad Marshal. It seems like they don't understand that this thing actually kills all the... It's so funny. I mean, they just wasted a Heartless Act there on my thing here, when they could have just pinged it. Whatever. I have outs here, but it is... the number of outs is only 3, I think. Pacifism, of course, doesn't help here. And yeah, now they understand. Now they realize that, yeah, they can do that. Alright. So I need a flame spill. I think I can still have a chance if I find a flame spill, but I need to find it very good quickly, because now that I saw they know what that thing does, all of my creatures will just die. Can't even... I mean, maybe I was supposed to cycle this thing, I don't know. I think I'm going to just use the trap here. I mean, let's just... oh, cancel. I wasn't supposed to do it on my turn when they have mana up for the weaponize the monsters. That was so stupid. Well, they might have a bit of flood issue, so if I find the flame spill, I have the 6/4 and the Helicoglider and the Tapper, this will be good. But I'm running out of life here, obviously. That must be killed too, oh man. Yeah. Okay, that's a clock, even if I find a flame spill right now. And they also have the Serrated Scorpion. I'm actually effectively at 2 now. Cycle this thing, I definitely need to just cycle into it. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, this weapon as the monster is already killing me. They just throw all of these. No, I'm dead already. Yeah. This is any target. So they can throw the Scorpion at me, I'm at 2, then they can do this, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Pogu Parrot anyway with Death Touch, that was a bit too much. So the season started with a loss. Well, I'm at bottom of tier 4 in Platinum, so in terms of ranking up, that doesn't matter. I mean, of course, if I won that match, I would be one step higher, but I didn't lose any progress by that. It's a shame, because I had 3 of those removal spells, and it would have actually given me, I think, enough time to not lose to the stuff they had there. Maybe I could have also just started to double block the Scorpion. I was raising them, but I should have realized that the weaponize the monster is going to make them win the race easily. So maybe I just should have left everyone to block. But it didn't matter now that I didn't draw the flame spill. Okay, there it is. So I can have a 1-drop. Well, it's kind of a 1-drop, which doesn't do anything anytime soon, but I have a 2-drop creature, flame spill, and maybe the Phoenix. I do have a double red here too. Okay, that's going to give a menace counter on a non-human, so I don't want to play this on turn 3. Probably. Okay, cycling. Is this deck going to feature the cycling stuff? Well, I'm gonna play this anyway, just to... So what if they know about it? Alright, so... yeah, I kind of want to have the mentor giving the menace counter or something, but... I might just have to... Well, let's see if there's a target for the flame spill. They didn't cycle anything, at least not now. Okay, I'm not letting this thing to mutate. I would have liked to play this too, but it gives mutate target for this thing. But anyway, what does it matter? I'll just kill it. They take 1 damage here, and then I attack for 2. But yeah, I don't want them to start mutating that and getting... Well, I guess the development, it still draws them a card, so I mean, it's better to have this guy on the graveyard than on the battlefield. So I think the Phoenix, it would be nice to mutate it, especially now that I drew the friendship. So let's see. It is kinda... I should have played this, of course, pre-combat. But it's so great to get the red artifact token named Feather. Sacrifice this, return target Phoenix card. Yeah, so... I guess I lost 1 damage now if I'm gonna do this friendship thing. What's my game plan if I play this and they remove it? I still have the Patagia Tiger here. Man. Okay, I'm playing this now. I mean, yeah, I could have attacked for 1 point of haste, but I have now a very, small non-human here. I can use it. Use as a mutate target here. I think it was worth it. I should have, I think, attacked with the one. I mean, played this pre-combat. They would be at 15 now, but I still think that that wasn't the reason to play the Everquill Phoenix post-combat. It is more valuable to get to mutate here. So they have a cycling deck of some kind. I haven't seen white mana. It doesn't mean that they have a... what's the red-white uncommon that... the cycling bomb. It deals damage equal to the number of cycling cards in your graveyard. What's that card's name? Can't really now get it to my mind. Well, let's see, because there are other cycling payoffs in the format. It's not just about getting the one card. There are a lot of cycling benefits, especially in blue and red. Okay, this thing... Yeah, they may play the card they ask. Okay, they get the startling development. Now, they tapped out, so this is perfect spot to just do this thing. So mutate on this. I get the thing that lets me bring back it goes to my battlefield. Okay, good. So they take 4 now. So now even if they kill this thing, unless they somehow exile it or something, my Phoenix will come back. Tapped. Okay, they have white, so yep. Currently they don't have that many cycling cards. 1 cycling card in their graveyard. And this thing only... They can play it, but they can't cycle it. So, I mean, something becomes a 4-4. Doesn't actually do anything. They have a 4-4 already. They have no reason to make my creatures 4-4s. Savai Crystal. But I'm going to need to win them fast if they're gonna have the thing that burns me. Well, I'm at 20 life now. Okay, Fire Prophecy on the healer. Okay, and they will attack for 4 definitely. But yep, I'm gonna attack back for 5. Maybe they do want to leave a blocker. It's possible. And I still have a human, so if I get a tiger, I'm gonna get the 2 additional points of damage here. Okay, that is... With the Spring Your Trap, actually... Well, I can also give it menace. Alright, so let's just go full aggressive here. And the Spring Jaw Trap, that's how it's supposed to be said, right? It is 3 damage to the opponent. Do they realize it? I don't know, but it is any target. I'm not gonna even hover over the card so that they don't read it, because it's possible that, because so many of these similar kind of artifacts that they print in limited formats, well, they print in sets, but they're definitely meant for limited. They just deal damage to a target creature, maybe a planeswalker too. But this trap here, it's any target, so the opponent is basically at 5 now. Do they realize that? Unless they get to kill the trap, there are of course artifact removal on those colors. Okay, that's a good one. They can cycle and start tapping my things here. I can kill it with the Spring Jaw Trap. That might be... They didn't attack, that's a good news. And there's another way to kill it. I didn't draw the land here, so I guess I am just... kind of want to just use the Flame Spirit. They can easily have 2 cyclers here. So which means I won't be able to attack. But in that case, would they have attacked with the rooting Moloch if they had 2 cycles here? They might have 1 and draw 1. That's also a possibility. But I'm just thinking about the Frill Scare. Frill Scare Mentor here. If they don't have more than 1 tap effect, this will be a first, but they can still double block it. This doesn't tap. Yeah, it's better to use the Flame Spill. So let's see, or maybe even the... Oh, I don't know. I kind of want to leave the chap. Why did I say? Hey, wait a minute. No tapping at all. Well, that's awkward. Tap. Okay, well, I'm gonna try it. Okay, come on. I can't. What is this? I can't get the. Show faces, please. Yes. Stop there. So I'm gonna attack with this, and I'm going to. Well, it's gonna get the first strike here, but I'm going to flame spill the rooting Moloch now. Because I don't want it to block. I know I could deal first strike damage to the rooting Moloch, then use the spring your trap for it. But whatever. I mean, if they have some counterspell, then they will eat my Rumbler here. But hopefully they take at least the 4 here, in that case. And I still have the Patagia Tiger. Okay, and they had basically nothing. I guess maybe what 2 lands in the hand. Don't know. But even if they had some way to maybe, I don't know, save this guy. Let me give it like a hexproof somehow. I don't recall all the cards in the format. I mean, if they get to eat this for free, they take 4, they're at 5. They basically at 2 with this. I still have all this stuff. This is a flyer and all that, so I think I was in a good shape. Okay, I did win a game. Against a cycling deck of some kind. They had white and red there, so I assume they had the uncommon. And I can't take... But what is the name? Of course I know the name of the card, I just can't... You know what is the... Even the deck that is played in Constructed to the cycling deck, it of course plays 4 of those uncommon 4 mana red-white card. Deal X damage and gain X life. X is equal to the cards with cycling in your graveyard. Okay, do I get an opponent? I'm at 1-1. That's not really a hard result to find someone else with the same result. Okay, no 2-drop, but I have a 3-drop, I have 3 lands, both colors, and I can cycle this, but I won't cycle if I draw the 4th land, because I'm on the draw here as well, so let's keep it, because if I draw a 4th land I might want to save it to get this, yep, get a potentially this haster on turn 6, because now it's quite likely I will find the 2 other lands in this game before it's over. Sleeper Dart. So they will just draw a card and sacrifice this thing. Target creature. It doesn't untap. Yeah, okay. Yep, they had no 2-drop that affects the board, so I can just take the 1 here. Then I take the Glider, and I don't think I'm necessarily going to mutate anything with this. Okay, that's really bad. When the opponent gets to play that thing without me having a... Oh man, that... Opponent just played a 3 mana 4/5 menace. Oh, where is the... Because the point is that you get a dead touch creature even though you have to double block it. Oh. And imagine if I was on the play here. I would have played my Glider here first. And now, well, I drew this turn too late. Well, can't say I like my chances. Let's give it the flying. I don't think the first strike matters here too much. But I'm taking here for... Yeah, that's an annoying rare to face when you miss a 2-drop. Of course they could have had just removal on my 2-drop that would have death touch. It's also a possibility. The Hunted Nightmare is... It's a reasonably good card. My flame spill doesn't even kill it. So I can only try to, multiple block it. Which I can do. I get 4 power now, but if they have any kind of removal, I'm not going to attack. I will try to double block it with the Marshal and the Glider, and hopefully they don't have something to save it. Because I'm definitely not raising the 4 power guy here. So now I will just be in trouble if they have something, but... Yeah, Flame Spill there. 2 for 1, still the problem remains. So what I'm doing is this, and then I will have the Pogu Parrot here. Mutate it on this hasty guy. Because of the haste, it can also tap. But let's see. I mean, of course, I will just have to try to kill that nightmare again. Let's see if it's going to work this time. Well, it seems it's not going to work this time. And they have third Whisper Squad there. So now let's see if they can deal with the 5-5. Because that's my final way to stabilize here. I have 2 blockers for it. This has menace, but I have the 1-1 here. Yeah, the entire game was all about the Hunted Nightmare. It was only about that. And if they can deal with this situation, I'm just losing here. There was no way to raise them. Okay. They played the Hunted Nightmare and removed all my blockers. That's how the game went. Okay, now I have them. I can give menace to the dinosaur token here. I think I'm not going to cycle this, at least not yet. I might cycle it to find my 6th land or so, but let's see what I'm going to draw here. But yeah, okay, that's a good 3-drop too. I can also... Well, let's just play this now. And because the Frill Scare Mentor can, of course, give counters to the menace creatures, and of course it's gonna give the menace counter on the next 10 potentially, but it's going to cost 3 mana, so it's not that cheap. They have a... Alright, so Flame Spill, well, I'm not going to use it yet. Two options, either the Mentor giving this thing menace, or just have the Flyer here. I think the Flyer is now better. And I can keep the... Okay, they have Vigilance taking life for... Okay. Fine. Should I kill it? I don't necessarily want the idea of them gaining life. They could even start gaining more life, but I'll kill it now. It's a reasonable thing to do. And I might end up cycling the healer here just to get to 6. I'd rather cycle it than the 5-5. Okay, so every cycling card now is gonna gain them a life and gain me. Cause damage to me. Right, yeah, so I'm going to play the Mentor. I'm just not sure who's gonna get the menace. Well, I don't do it pre-combat because even if this has menace, they can double block it. So let's attack for 2. Let's see if they have removal. They have a Divine Arrow. Nothing much I can do about it. And then I will play the Mentor targeting the Dinosaur. And if they attack, I can't just block them away. I don't think I'm gonna use... Well, I won't be blocking them away. It can use the ability still, so now there's the question of do I want to... Because I can make this bigger, but I'm just not going to have the time to do that, right? Let's just trade here. It's fine. Finally a land. Which means that I think I will... Yeah, the 2-2 can still block, so maybe I will play the 2-2. It can block the healer here, and the Spring Jaw trap can be played. End of turn. I can kill the Snare Tactician with the trap if I want to. They have 2 cards left. Okay, that is annoying. Well, it was just removal on the healer, it's not really that. I mean, it could be any removal spell. And I'm at 14, it's fine. And I can kill the... Tactician. And now I drew a land. This is fine, I have 2 6-drops in here, so let's just kill this right away, I think. Hopefully they don't have a way to save it, nope. And then I can start actually raising them with my 6-drops, because now I either draw a land that allows me to cast this, or a spell I can play. There's no... there's nothing... I mean, maybe it's like a Flame Spill, which I don't use on this, but, well, it doesn't matter, I have this now. And I'm gonna start with the Hasty guy, because I'm winning this race. I am winning this race. I don't have any other menace guys, so this, because this of course gives counters to any creature with menace, not just the one with the menace counter. But I don't think my deck has anything with menace. That thing is not really that good. Okay, Flame Spill will be fantastic. So they would have to play 2 non-creatures to give this enough counters to dodge the Flame Spill, and it's still as a 4-5, it's still not gonna be able to block these very profitably. So they need 2 removal spells now. They could have a pacifism. That is not helping them. Yeah, 6 power first striker, it's really, really huge. Oh. That was a good one. I could do something pre-combat, but I don't think it makes any sense. I will just attack and see how they block, and then I have these 2 tricks here. They could have that deal 4 damage to an attacker or blocker. They could kill the Sanctuary Smasher here. They get a jump blocker that way, that's fine. And yeah, they can jump block if they want to. I'm at 10, I will kill 2 of these guys no matter what. So, They chose that line. Well, that means I'm going to flame spill this guy. And I'm gonna flame spill this guy. And game is over. Nice trample burn. I guess these drafts are not that popular. Although one other reason for this long matchmaking is that the season just about changed, and there was a long, the patch, the downtime was longer than it was supposed to be. So not a whole lot of people have really started playing in the new season, and the only people that are on platinum rank currently are the ones who. I think it is fine. 3-drop, 4-drop. I need a trade one at some point, but I have 9 of them. The only people that are on platinum rank currently are those who well, either have been played a bunch of drafts after the update, or are those that I'm gonna play it. I could cycle it to find the mountain, but I guess it's fine. Or those that also ended the season at mythic rank. So there might not be that many players at platinum rank currently searching for an opponent, and because it also does try to find similar rank opponents, so that's the reason it takes some time. The primary matchmaking parameter is still going to be the current match result, which for me is now I think 2 wins and 2 losses. But then it tries to pair with the based on rank, but as you can see, this is a gold opponent, so it took a little bit more than half a minute to find a match here. Okay, so I don't actually mind my hand. It's okay. I can play the glider, and if I draw any land, I can play the day squad marshal. Now, of course, at some point, I do need to. This thing has first strike. No, has double strike. Yeah, well, not yet. Right. So, does that mean that I need to be very careful and have this as a first strike thing? They could cycle like a couple of cards here. As first strike, this could block. Well, this could block the double strike. I don't even have any of my red removal spells here, so if I draw the mountain, it's not going to help me that much. Yeah, I think I'll put first strike here, just in case. I have here the one glider anyway, and I kind of need to find some lands now. Okay, that's a third color. Frostlings. Okay, well that was gonna lock it down no matter what. Okay, well that's gonna be cycled right away. Gain some life. Yeah, well I did keep 3 planes. That's it. I have drawn 5 cards and none of them was any kind of a land. So that's a bummer. I mean, even the planes would have been okay for the day. And that's the reason I kept the hand, because I had the Helica Glider and the Day Squad Marshal. I knew I can play 3-drop and a 4-drop if I just get one land. And not drawing any kind of land in for 5 draw steps is all well, not draw steps, but because I cycled the card. But in 5 draws, it's a bit on the unlucky side. And on the because when you make a decision to keep this kind of hand, you assume that you are gonna hit like the average stuff, and the average stuff is that you get like a one land in. Most often you will get one land in 3 draw steps, and at least 4 and 5 are something. I mean, by then it's a very high likelihood. Not to get even in 5 draw steps is very low. Can they cycle 3 cards? Well, yes, they can. I'm still doing this, I guess. Because if they cycle 3 cards, this will be a 3-2. Yeah, well, I mean, do I want to jump block? If I knew this is double striker, yeah, I would block the Frostlings. But I kind of hope they don't have it and they just... I much rather trade with this guy. Okay, that can be killed with the Flame Spill if... That's 6 cards. That is 6 cards now. Am I going to even have to double block here now? This starts getting... Oh man, this is just a mess. I mean... I can, even if I draw a mountain, I can play only 1 spell a turn here for so many turns. I don't think that's gonna be easily enough. Unless the opponent has like a 3 lands in their hand or so. Because of course if I am able to stabilize, I will win with the sheer number of cards I have compared to the opponent. But also the Ballista Spit Gremlin is basically unblockable damage. Okay, so they can untap it when they play a non-creature. This becomes at least a 3-4 here. Problem is it can also become a 4-5 and then my double blocking plan would have not worked. But maybe I should have just assumed they can play only up to 1 non-creature spell, in which case they don't have a good attack for it. Oh well, they get more cards here, so I need a pacifism for this thing. And no, I'm not winning here. Okay, now they even have something here. Sure, that's game over. Yeah, I'm taking here what. This gonna get a counter. I take 7, I go to 5, and they have the pinger up. They didn't have mana to use it on my end of my turn, but it just was, I mean, I kept 3 lands, and I drew 6 cards in the game, and none of them was a land of any kind. Even a plains would have helped with the Day Squad Marshal. So that was that. But yeah, it was really a no stakes event of any kind, so it's fine. I will still upload this, of course, to YouTube, because any video I record, I will upload. I'm not gonna cut these bad results. You will see the entire spectrum of successes and failures and everything between. That said, the deck wasn't that good. I did like the triple flame spill here. The Phoenix is good and the Sanctuary Smasher pretty nice. But I don't know. I think I would have wanted to have more, or maybe like these full bouquets, or the cloud. Well, anyway, the common red mutate thing, the 5 mana 5/4 that mutates for 4 mana. Because I picked these Forbidden Friendships, kind of hoping to get more mutate stuff. It's pretty good with the mutate stuff to get the 1/1 dinosaur token. But yeah, it was what it was. That was my last Ikoria draft. I don't think I'm gonna draft this format, even if it comes draftable in future, unless I have like another free go at it. I don't think it's that amazing format. So let's claim the price, and there was the bug. It's no longer, even though it says the start here, it's just a visual glitch. When you have used the free entry, you won't be able to enter for free again. Let's see what the packs have. I have the set completed, so it's only gonna be gems here, or a wild card hit. So now after this, I don't think there's gonna happen any extra draft formats before the Innistrad Midnight Hunt that will be released in like I guess 3 weeks from now, if I remember correctly. So I will be playing a Forgotten Realms draft. Probably have daily uploads, premier drafts and traditional drafts. And then, of course, when Midnight Hunt releases, I will be drafting a lot of those. And I still have my Constructed Corner, this kind of series where I once a week play Historical Standard, and I will post a video about it too. Well, I play those formats more than once a week, but once a week I record some of my gameplay. So, hopefully you still find these Forgotten Realms drafts interesting, because that's gonna be the main content for the channel for the next 3 weeks, and And if not, hopefully you come at least back when Midnight Hunt releases. I won't be going anywhere. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.